Welcome to Sage Audio. Today, our topic is how to make clean vocals, part 2. But first, if you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com to receive a free mastered sample of it. Remove vocal clicks. One of the hardest things to remove from a vocal recording are vocal clicks, or the sounds made by a singer's mouth. Now, to get rid of these, I'd recommend opening iZotope RX and using their declick module. Make the detection random, emphasize measurement in the high frequencies, and use low sensitivity. You can then preview the processing and monitor which clicks are getting removed from the vocal. Let's take a listen.
One day you will come to my open door. You could have just go, but since you gave, what we waiting for?
Declip your vocal. If you received a vocal recording in which clipping is a problem, say the engineer hit the preamp too hard, resulting in some unwanted distortion, you can use another RX module to repair some of these clips. Set the right threshold, use the highest quality rendering, and preview the processing first. Once your signal has been repaired, import it back into your DAW and continue mixing. Let's take a listen.
One day you will come to my open door, and I feel like you can wait no more. You here, buddy, you could have just go, but since you gave, what we waiting for?
Use a vocal writer. If you don't want to compress your vocal, you can use a vocal writer. It works somewhat similarly to automation in that the full signal is turned up or down depending on the level. You can also sidechain the full instrumental mix to have the vocal respond to its level. This way, you avoid some of the artifacts and timbre-altering aspects of compression. Let's take a listen.
One day you will come to my open door, and I feel like you can wait no more. You here, buddy, you could have just go, but since you gave, what we waiting for?
Clip gain plosives. Plosives can typically be attenuated by using a high-pass filter, but if their frequency goes higher than you'd like to cut, this can be an issue. In this case, you'll need to find the plosives in your vocal track, isolate them, and attenuate them using clip gain. This ensures a plosive-free track that still retains its low-frequency response. Let's take a listen.
One day you will come to my open door, and I feel like you can wait no more. You here, buddy, you could have just go, but since you...
Remove hum. Hum is usually located around 60 Hz, but unfortunately, it often includes harmonics that exist higher up the frequency spectrum. If your recording has hum, you'll need to create multiple notch filters to remove the hum. In this example, 60 Hz, 120 Hz, 180 Hz, 240 Hz, and possibly higher. When you have to use notch filters on your low frequency, be sure to use a linear phase setting to avoid aggressive phase shifts to the signal. Let's take a listen.
One day you will come to my open door, and I feel like you can wait no more. You here, buddy, you could have just go, but since you gave, what we waiting for?
In-time compression. In-time reverb and delay are helpful ways to create a clean vocal, but in-time compression can be just as beneficial. Use 60,000 divided by the BPM to get a quarter note in milliseconds. Then divide this number by 8 to get a 30-second note, resulting in quick in-time compression. It's best not to use a quicker note than this, since you'll likely distort the vocal's low frequencies. Let's take a listen.
One day you will come to my open door, and I feel like you can wait no more. You here, buddy, you could have just go, but since you gave, what we waiting for?
In-time limiting. Sometimes you'll want to aggressively attenuate your vocal's dynamics and make it as controlled as possible. When this is the case, it's better to use a limiter with a lowered ceiling than a compressor. Additionally, if possible, time the release of your limiter to the BPM of your track. Just like with the compression, avoid super quick notes, since this can cause distortion to the vocal's low frequencies. Let's take a listen.
One day you will come to my open door.
turn your vocal into MIDI. This is a somewhat unique and unorthodox trick, but if you convert your vocal performance into MIDI, you can use that MIDI as a support for your vocal. With the right instrument, your vocal will sound brighter, a little cleaner, and definitely a lot stronger pitch-wise. To do this, follow these steps. Double-click the track, enable Flex, and then Flex Pitch. Click Edit and select Create MIDI Track from Flex Pitch Data. Select a backing instrument that makes the vocal sound clear, cleaner, and more in tune. And then lastly, blend the new MIDI track in with the vocal. Let's take a listen.
One day you will come to my open door, and I feel like you can wait no more. You here, buddy, you could have just go, but since you gave what we're waiting for,
High pass chorus. If your vocal is sounding weak, but boosting it with heavy compression and makeup gain is introducing too much noise or bringing out distortion, try using a chorus effect. Set up a send and insert an EQ with a high pass filter around 300 Hz. Then insert a vocal chorus effect. This way, you can increase the power of the vocal without resorting to noisy processing. Let's take a listen.
one day you will come to my open door, and I feel like you can wait no more. You here, buddy, you could have just go, but since you gave what we're waiting for,
If you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com to receive a free mastered sample of it. Also, join to stay up to date on all of our latest releases. Thank you so much for watching.